The silence should have warned them. When handcuffs snap shut, most people erupt, screaming, begging, threatening, or dissolving into tears. But when Sergeant Victor Hale slammed the cruiser hood down on the man in the suit, the man uttered not a word. He simply fixed Hale with a chilling, composed gaze, the quiet intensity of a predator watching prey stumble into its own snare. Hale believed he had collared just another street hustler flashing a bogus badge. He had no clue he had shackled a highly decorated senior FBI special agent. He had no idea that within 6 hours, 17 badges would be surrendered, the mayor would resign in shame, and the small Louisiana city of Willow Creek would face a devastating $10 million shortfall. This is the account of the costliest traffic stop ever recorded. The heat in Willow Creek was oppressive, thick humidity clinging like soaked wool. Mid-afternoon on a Tuesday, waves of heat shimmered off Highway 90's asphalt. Behind the wheel of a plain charcoal-grey Chevy Malibu sat Marcus Vale. To an outsider, Vale appeared unremarkable. A tall black man in his late 30s, dressed casually in a polo shirt and slacks, listening to an audiobook on criminal psychology. His hands stayed at 10 and 2. He drove precisely at the limit. But Marcus Vale was anything but ordinary. He was a senior special agent in the FBI's Public Corruption Unit, based in New Orleans. Though returning from an off-duty informant meeting in a neighboring county, a federal agent is never fully off-duty. Vale glanced in the rearview. A Dodge Charger, marked with Willow Creek Police Department decals, had followed him for 3 miles. He muted the audiobook and murmured, "Here we go." He knew Willow Creek's reputation all too well. The Bureau labeled it a classic speed trap town, a small department with an oversized budget, sustained by highway revenue. But darker rumors swirled, excessive force, trumped-up charges, and civil asset forfeitures that looked suspiciously like theft. Blue and red lights flared through the haze. Vale signaled calmly, eased onto the gravel shoulder, and shifted into park. He lowered all 4 windows, placed both large hands visibly on the wheel, a deliberate display of transparency, and waited. 2 officers approached. Sergeant Victor Hale on the driver's side. Buzzcut, Oakley sunglasses perched on his neck, uniform straining over bulging biceps, hand hovering near his holster like a constant threat. Beside him, Officer Ryan Fletcher, a rookie with less than 6 months on the force, already visibly anxious. Hale tapped the open window anyway. "License and registration." "Good afternoon, officer," Vale replied, voice steady and deep. "May I ask why I was stopped?" "I asked for license and registration, not chit-chat," Hale snapped, chewing gum aggressively. "Now." Vale moved with careful slowness. "I'm reaching into my jacket pocket for my wallet. I'm informing you I'm a federal law enforcement officer and I'm armed. My badge and credentials are in the same pocket as my license." Tension crackled instantly. Hale barked a derisive laugh and glanced over the roof at Fletcher. "You hear that, Ryan? He thinks he's a Fed." Hale sneered at Vale. "Let me guess, Amazon special. Step out of the car." "Officer," Vale said evenly, hands still visible, "I've identified myself as required. Exiting escalates this unnecessarily. I suggest you review my credentials here." "Get your ass out!" Hale roared, yanking the handle. The door was locked. "Unlock it or I break the glass." Vale sighed deeply. Unlocked it. Before he could unbuckle, Hale wrenched the door open, seized Vale by the polo collar, and dragged him out. Vale stumbled, but steadied himself. At 6'3", he loomed over Hale, and for a fleeting moment, the sergeant recoiled. "Turn around, hands on the roof." Vale complied without resistance. He understood the rules. Fighting back gave them license for violence. Compliance forced them to bury themselves. Hale kicked Vale's feet wider and patted him down roughly, immediately discovering the holstered Glock 19. "Gun!" Hale shouted, snatching it and flinging it onto the hood with a metallic clang that stung Vale. "Government property." "I informed you I was armed," Vale said calmly. "Credentials are in my left breast pocket." Hale pulled the leather wallet, flipped it open. The gold FBI shield gleamed. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Special Agent. Hale stared at it, At Vale, back at the badge. A prudent officer would have stopped, called dispatch, verified, summoned a supervisor. Victor Hale wasn't prudent. He was a bully who had dominated Willow Creek unchecked for 15 years. To him, a black man in a Chevy Malibu didn't fit the image of FBI. He looked like a fraud. Fake, Hale declared, tossing the badge beside the gun. Seen better at pawn shops. Sergeant, Fletcher murmured from the other side. That looks genuine. Maybe run the serial. Shut it, Fletcher, Hale spat. I know a fake when I see one. He's probably trafficking. Fake badge, gun, impounding the car. Vale turned his head slightly. Sergeant Hale, this is your direct warning. Arresting me violates Title 18, Section 111. Interfering with a federal officer. Run my name through NCIC before cuffing me. Hale leaned in, breath reeking of stale coffee and tobacco. Think you can waltz into my town with fancy talk and a toy badge and intimidate me, boy? You don't know who you're dealing with. He spun Vale and slammed him against the car, wrenching his arms back painfully. Under arrest for impersonating an officer, illegal firearm possession, resisting. Cuffs clicked. Vale didn't struggle. He met Hale's eyes and spoke quietly. You just ended your career, Sergeant, and bankrupted this city. Hale laughed. We'll see who's broke when we seize your hidden cash. The short, silent ride to the station followed. Vale sat in the back, wrists bound, breathing deliberately to steady his pulse. He was already documenting time, location, badge numbers, zero probable cause. He was no longer captive. He was gathering evidence. At the dated brick station, Hale paraded him through booking like a prize. Look what I hooked on the highway. Fake Fed, Glock, cereal box badge. Officers by the coffee machine chuckled. Another one? Third Fed this month, Vic. Vale's ears caught it, a pattern. They pushed him to the desk. Dispatcher Evelyn Marsh looked up wearily. Name? Marcus Vale. Special Agent FBI. I request immediate contact with the Special Agent in charge, New Orleans Field Office. Hale slammed the counter. John Doe, no phone, flight risk. I have a right to a call, Vale stated clearly. Right to shut up, Hale sneered. Process him, strip search, find the drugs. Vale's jaw clenched. Warrantless strip search without suspicion was illegal, but resisting physically invited injury. I do not consent, he announced loudly for the camera. I state for record. Federal agent, unlawfully detained. Yeah, tell the judge Monday. They stripped his watch, belt, laces. His genuine badge landed carelessly in a plastic bag marked miscellaneous. His buzzing phone was taken. Boss calling, Fletcher noted. Screen SAC Navarro. Hale grabbed it. SAC, drug contact. He shut it off. They shoved Vale into a holding cell. 10 by 10 concrete, steel toilet, bolted bench. A skinny, tattooed young man sat inside, terrified. Are you really federal? The kid whispered. Vale opened one eye. Yes. Vic'll kill you. Runs this place. Last guy who mouthed off fell in the shower. Broken jaw. That so? Yeah. They plant stuff. Baggie in my pocket during a stop. I don't touch it. 5 years now. Vale straightened. Your name? Jaden Reed. Jaden, today's your lucky day. Sergeant Hale didn't arrest a man. He arrested a storm. Miles away, in the New Orleans FBI Ops Center, Special Agent in charge, Elena Navarro, stared at her screen. Why is Agent Vale's phone off? Unknown, ma'am. Last ping, Highway 90 near Willow Creek. Check-in overdue by 20 minutes. Navarro frowned. Vale was never late. Traffic cams, state police liaison. Bad feeling. Back at the station, Chief Donovan Pierce ambled in. Golf-loving chief who delegated daily ops to Hale. What's up, Vic? Bust, chief. Fake Fed. Big black guy in Malibu. Fake badge. Gun. Pierce froze. Malibu. Charcoal grey. Yeah. And badge? Pierce paled. He lifted the evidence bag, examined the shield. Intricate engraving. Hologram seal. Flipped to the smart chip CAC card. Vic, you fool. What? Real federal badge. Pierce's voice cracked. You arrested a real FBI agent. Booked him. Yeah, in cell. Strip searched. Procedure. Pierce dropped the bag like a gavel. Get him out, now. He's bluffing. Out! The desk phone rang. Marsh answered, eyes wide. She extended it. Chief, New Orleans field office. Asking why Agent Vale's tracker is in our jail. Silence fell. Pierce shut his eyes. Career over. But the storm wasn't just the call. Black Suburbans roared in at high speed. Cavalry, bearing federal authority. Panic engulfed the station. Chief Pierce stood at cell 2, keys trembling. Inside, Vale sat erect, eyes closed, meditative amid chaos. Agent Vale, Pierce stammered. Terrible misunderstanding. Keys here. Your things. Car released. No charge. Back on road. Vale opened his eyes. Cold flint. I'm not leaving, Chief. Excuse me? I was arrested, processed, strip-searched. I remain prisoner of Willow Creek PD. No. Charges dropped. Mistake. Hale overzealous. Vale rose, gripped bars. No rewind, Chief. Federal agent unlawfully detained, assaulted. Civil rights violated under Title 18, Section 242. This cell is crime scene. I am primary evidence. Pierce looked nauseated. Agent, please! Heavy synchronized door slams from front. Pierce rushed to lobby. Parking lot blocked by 8 Suburbans in tactical V, 3 state cruisers behind. FBI agents poured out, precise, lethal. SAC. Elena Navarro led, small frame, commanding presence, blazer sharp, expression fierce. Tactical agents with MP5s flanked her. Hale stared out window, smirk vanished. They can't. This is my turf. He threw open door. Can't park here? Official business. Navarro strode forward. Who's in charge? Me, Sergeant Victor Hale. You're trespassing. Sergeant Hale, Navarro cut in, inches away. SAC Elena Navarro. You hold a federal agent. 30 seconds to produce him unharmed, or we breach and treat armed persons inside as hostiles. Hale scoffed. Hostiles? Movies much? Your guy broke law. 10 seconds. You're bluffing, no warrant. Navarro nodded to Agent. Breach. Agent surged. 2 seized Hale, slammed him against brick, disarmed in seconds. Hands off! Assault! Federal felony overrides local, Agent intoned, zip-tying. FBI flooded lobby. Marsh raised hands. Coffee officers froze. Hands visible! Away from guns! Pierce burst out. Don't shoot, Chief Donovan Pierce! Navarro centered. Chief Pierce, where is Agent Vale? Back. Tried releasing. Won't leave. Navarro's lips twitched grimly. Sounds like him. To team. Secure building. No exits, no computers, no calls. Seize servers. Download all cams last 24 hours. Can't! Hale yelled from floor. City property! Evidence in federal kidnapping, Navarro replied. You're prime suspect. To Pierce. Take me. At cell, Vale stood at bars, rumpled but sharp-eyed. Boss? Marcus, Navarro nodded. Okay? Physically fine, professionally irritated. Ready out? Not yet. U.S. Attorney online. Forensics on car first. No department contact. Ensure no planted contraband. Done. DOJ waiting. Forensics inbound. Door unlocked. Vale stepped out. Badge on. Glock tabled. Approached Pierce. Chief, legally free. Yes, absolutely. Good. Now reporting a crime. Half hour earlier, prisoner. Now at head of chief's table. Polo wrinkled. Badge gleaming. Gun visible. Pierce opposite. Ashen. Hale cuffed in corner. Silent fury. Fletcher far end. Weeping quietly. Navarro door. Arms crossed. Letting Vale lead. Review, Vale said, voice calm yet commanding, tapping file. Stop initiated. Probable cause. Pierce swallowed. Speeding. Dash cam. Pulled. 54 and 55. No cause. Strike 1. Flipped page. Identified as federal. Ignored. Assaulted. Strike 2. Thought fake! Hale burst. You people don't look. Room stilled. Vale turned slowly. You people? Hale flushed. Meant Malibu. Suit. Didn't fit. Vale continued. Brought here. Authorized strip search. Chief. Who approved? Sergeant discretion. Wrong. Policy requires Lieutenant plus. None on duty. You responsible for sexual assault under color of law. Federal violation up to 10 years. Pierce gasped. Sexual assault? Wait. Unwanted contact. clothing removal without justification, sexual assault, under law, felony. Leaned in. You thought harassing driver, seize forfeiture cash, car, racket, right? Pulled document. Investigating Willow Creek 3 months. Hale drained. You didn't catch me, I caught you. Lie smooth, stop accidental, but leverage. Pattern. Out-of-state plates, fabricated cause, seizures, knowing court fight costlier than value. 4 million stolen 3 years. Pointed Fletcher. Officer Fletcher. Suggested checking badge. Hesitated. New real, sir. Tried saying... Young. Choice. Sink with ship or witness. Shut up, Hale. One word, Navarro warned, gagged. Fletcher saw badges, guns, federal might. I'll talk. Everything. Logs, missing evidence cache, chief's cut. Rat! Hale lunged, cuffs held. Pierce head on table. Over. Vale to whiteboard. Wrote 17. 17 officers, all under federal investigation. Servers, finances, accounts seized. To Navarro. Elena, badges today? All. Shutting down. State Police Patrol immediate. Governor briefed. To Hale. Asked if Amazon badge, remember? Hale floor. Earned mine. Yours cancelled. To Tactical. Out. Central lockup New Orleans. No special treatment. Agents hauled struggling Hale, weeping Pierce. Vale exhaled, adrenaline fading, shoulder aching. Navarro poured water. Really tracking 3 months? Vale sipped. No, passing through. But squeeze. They confess rest. Navarro laughed softly. Dangerous, Marcus. Wrong man dragged. 3 months later, summer eased, but Willow Creek boiled. Vale in high-floor New Orleans conference room, Riverview calm. Beside him, attorney Calvin Shaw, civil rights legend, disarming smile, eyes calculating settlements. Opposite, city attorney Rebecca Vaughn, Mayor Harlan Webb, aged overnight. Cut chase, Webb said, tie loose. Regrettable. Hale bad apple. Federal trial. Chief fired. House cleaned. Vale tapped pen. Tap tap. Vaughn slid paper. $250,000. No liability. Closes it. Payday. Town moves on. Shaw folded into airplane, sailed back. Insult, Shaw said softly. You know. $250,000 for 6 hours, Webb snapped. Not beaten. Not shot. Inconvenienced. Vale stopped tapping. Leaned. Inconvenienced. Liberty stripped. Sexually assaulted via search. Paraded trophy. Reputation. Career risked. If plumber, teacher, kid, I'd be imprisoned. Hailed plant heroin from locker. Not sure, Vaughn. Do, Shaw cut. Fletcher testified. Grand jury, magic baggie for outsiders. Quotas denied. File open. Suing 42 U.S.C. Section 1983. Civil rights deprivation. False imprisonment. Battery. Malicious prosecution. Negligent hiring/retention. Webb shook. Number. 50 million. Webb choked. 50? 5-year budget! Serious, Shaw smiled. New. Emails 3 years. Complaints, state warnings. Nothing done. Highway toll road for forfeiture cash. City built on theft. Bill due. We fight, Vaughn pale. 10 years. Go, Vale said. Used to long probes, but fight. I depose all admin. Mayor on stand, golf trips union paid, locker audits on news. Vale stood, button jacket. 24 hours real number, or court. Jury hears federal agent treatment, not just money. Keys to city. Vale, Shaw exited, silence heavy. In car, Shaw, terrified. Good, should be. They can't pay 50, Shaw said. Bankrupt. Not my problem. Bankrupted lives framed, their turn. Discovery unearthed rot. Scoreboard. Break room whiteboard tracking, seized cash. Dashcam. Officers high-fiving after grandmother arrest for questioning stop. 17 badges. 15 implicated. 12 indicted. 2 resigned disgrace. Only Fletcher. 1 rookie untouched. Willow Creek PD ceased. Building empty. Cruisers dusted. State patrols. 0 tickets. Final blow. Envelope from Summit Municipal Insurance. City counted on liability policy covering misconduct. Webb opened. Read. Shook. Called Vaughn. Read. She scanned. Denying coverage. Section 4. B. Excluded intentional/malicious/criminal. Indictments, systemic corruption, prior knowledge, policy void for Vale versus Willow Creek. Not paying, Webb slumped, dime. No pay, general fund. 12 million fund, fire, schools, roads, garbage. Vale asks 50, settle 10, insolvent, city dead. News, insurance denies claim, taxpayers millions. Town hall riot, 700 furious citizens. Anger at Mayor Hale, silence culture. Vale watched news. Citizens screamed. Mayor hid. Whispered. Karma. 2 weeks. City folded pre-trial. $10.5 million settlement. State record police misconduct. Payments. PD permanently disbanded. Council unanimous. Building sold storage. Cruisers auctioned. Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Mayor Webb resigned, day check signed. Vaughan relocated states. Hardest. Hale federal court 3 months later. No swagger, £30 down. Wife/kids gone. Blue wall crumbled. Firearm in civil rights felony. Minimums. Judge. Oath protect weak. Prayed. Disgrace badge. 15 years no parole. Chief Pierce. Deal failed. Too dirty. Conspiracy. Embezzlement. Pension lost. Golf retirement. 5 years. Felon out. No government/gun. Fletcher walked. Testified. Immunity. Left law. Shame heavy. College. Social work. Help right. Willow Creek ghost. Speed trap gone. Highway 90 fearless. Parks wild. Library closed. Potholes craters. Town paid silence. 6 months post-arrest. Vale drove Highway 90. Same Malibu. Suit. Past spot. No cruisers. Open road. Past station. Sign gone. Windows dark. For sale sign. No smile gloat. Nod once. Balance restored. Touched badge. Heavy, cool, real. Audiobook up. Accelerator down. Road clear. Story didn't end with check or prison door. Corruption ripples. Quantico. Vale incident mandatory. Recruits watch dash cam. Stop. Escalation. Vale's patience. Instructor pauses cuffs. Not victim face. Evidence gathering. Fought constitution. Dismantled kingdom. Lesson. Decorated agent loses liberty minutes. Ordinary citizen none. Badge shield, not sword. Vale's life normalized. Changed. No yacht/island on $10.5 million. Same Malibu. Refusal chased off. Founded Highway 90. Legal Defense Fund. Non-profit elite representation indigent drivers. Forfeiture/illegal searches rural parishes. Hired Shaw. First year. 42 convictions overturned. 3 million returned. Blood money, lifeline. Became Hunters. Year post-settlement. ASAC New Orleans. Created Operation 45-mile marker reference. Task force. Accountants, undercover, attorneys. Audit anomalous departments. 18 months. Hurricane sweep. 12 parishes corruption. Lockers piggy banks. 3 tons narcotics stolen/resold. 34 officers. 2 judges. DA indicted. Blue wall shattered. Willow Creek cautionary tale. Bankruptcy brutal. PD gone. Patrols sporadic. Infrastructure decayed. Library boarded. Parks weedy. Roads cratered. Economy illicit reliant collapsed. Taxes soared. Halls shouting. Blamed Webb. Hale. Silence. Cost bad cop beyond salary. Community future. Hale in Texas federal cell. 8x10. Inmate 8942-055. No swagger. Hollow. Wife/kids. Ohio maiden name. No visitors 2 years. Protective custody. Isolated. 15 years replay Tuesday. Fantasies, ticket, badge check, wave through. Reality. Concrete, lights, ego destroyed. Couldn't accept black man suit saying no. Karma dismantled. 17 badges sealed evidence box, New Orleans courthouse basement. Dusty artifacts, fallen regime. Moral. Hero, not federal badge. Hero dignity amid indignity. Powerful weapon tyranny, not gun/badge/lawsuit. Truth. Unvarnished. Documented. Undeniable. Drag truth light. Darkest shadows nowhere hide. Incredible true story. Unjust stop annihilated corrupt department. Cost city 10 million. Terrifying reminder. Power abused unchecked. More powerful. No one above law. Not mayor, chief, sergeant roadside. Forces question. If sophisticated armed decorated agent violated, what of those without gold shield? How many Victor Hales patrol highways seeking victims? What we doing stop them? Not just justice served, vigilance keep freedom. If blood boiling, believe accountability, smash like. Helps channel grow. Untold stories, crime/corruption/karma. Subscribe bell, never miss. Comments. In Vale's shoes? Cool or fight roadside? Talk below. Stay safe, no rights, truth comes out. See next.